can't you can't miss any buying opportunities.
I'm hoping my laptop doesn't start getting frozen up here. I made the mistake and bought a little bit of Rune last night. I knew I should have waited too. I'm like, we look like we're still gonna go down more and everything. And it's at 111. I bought it 119.
Damn. I mean, that's not bad though.
Yeah, my average price on this current position isn't great though. It's 139.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I mean, it's
that's
not
still not too
terrible,
bad.
but
I need to buy back in still.
yeah, I don't even know why I decided to put it back in.
It's been really fucking painful. Oh, I
Oh
think
my
you're muted
God.
on the spaces.
Am I muted on
And we are
spaces? I'm not.
live. Yeah, we're live everywhere else.
All right, let me unmute. Boom.
We are live.
We
All
are
right. Can you
live.
try just make
I
sure we're
am mic
okay?
checking it out.
Yep, I got you.
If if
Cool.
if
Well,
I
thanks for waiting, everybody.
we were we went
We
down a
were
real
chatting it
estate
up.
rabbit hole.
We did. That we did.
I'm
Um,
trying to drag Cal to the dark side. And now he already does real estate, but trying to get him to do more.
yeah, I mean, shit. It's gonna become more of a focus. That's for
Good
sure.
old real estate.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you gotta have multiple streams, multiple
Yeah, that's for sure.
multiple things. I
I
know what I
didn't take it
mean.
seriously enough before, but now I definitely will be.
And we
We
got
already got 180 comments in here. We've left the
that's
people waiting.
awesome. Yes, we got everyone ramped up. I was distracted watching alts sell off right now. We got alts down like
Everything's down.
5% on the day. Bitcoin's down, but not as much. Bitcoin's just stuck in this tight little range. I'm like, would you just break down already? Because I want to buy.
I want it to go up personally.
I mean, I want it to go up too, but I'd love to be able to have it go down first so I can buy some more and then have it go up. I mean, I guess in theory I could buy here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. These markets are just fucking really crazy right now. I think we're
yeah,
good. Good everywhere. Carefree said multiple uncorrelated streams to be exact. Yep, that's definitely
yes,
the
uncorrelated. Hence
important part of it.
real estate and crypto, very uncorrelated.
Yeah, that is a great point.
I mean, listen, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Man, my computer is not liking me having all these things open at the same time, but it's got to happen because you got to keep my eye on the cryptos in case we
Yeah,
get
a lot of shit. I feel like it always goes down when we're on the MA.
I mean, you know what? You're not wrong because there's been plenty of times we've been on this call and I've missed short-term buying opportunities, and I'm like, mother lover, I'm like, this call is
Yeah.
costing me money.
Yeah.
Let me get to the
The blood in my
threadcast.
wallet. Ahmad Manga shared what do you got here? ETH, Rune, Sol, USDC. Even USDC is down 0.01%.
That's
Uh
hilarious.
SNAI. I don't know anything about SNAI. I know the others though, obviously. That's down 24%. Jesus.
I mean, I know I've heard of Swarm Networks. Apparently, it's a Swarm node. That's pretty cool. It got some soul. Man, I want to scroll. I'm trying to scroll way back to see when.
We'll soon show.
That's great. 180 comments. That was wild. A lot of comments. Waiting for YouTube. Ha! Some good gifts for the waiting. A lot of good waiting gifts were threaded.
Love to see it.
Liquid Eye posted a lot of Muppet GIFs. Good times, good times. All right, well, everyone is hopping in the Threadcast, and the cat is doing what he does. Watch crypto charts. Oh, look at this. Bitcoin creeping down to 94. Are we going to get into 93?
Let's see.
Do it. I want to see 90. Although there's a lot of support at 92, but I would love to see 90. And I bought too soon. I bought Sui at 295. It's already down a few more pennies and looking red. Hive is actually holding up better than the other alts. Hive's only down 2.8%.
Not
Damn,
bad.
Sui's down 8%. ETH is down 5. Rune is down 8. We got a lot of red today.
How's stock market doing? Stock market's pretty much unchanged, so kind of surprising how bad crypto is doing.
I mean, right now, Bitcoin is trying to finally push out of that tight range it's been stuck in for like 12 days. That was one of the tightest ranges I've seen Bitcoin stuck in a long time. I mean, granted, we're talking a week and a half, a little less than 2 weeks, but still, just to like stay that tight.
Yeah.
If you're a moving averages fan, apparently not good things were happening today with the crossover of the 25 and the 100. I know Addicted watches that one a lot. They're touching right now. Looks like they're about to cross the wrong direction. Apparently that doesn't bode well for price. I don't know. I gotta look back at the chart to see how that really plays out. Anyway,
Crazy times. Crazy
yep.
times.
We got any questions in the chat? What's the good word?
Sheep said sale on crypto again, but who's got the money to get in? That reminds me of that meme with Anakin Skywalker. The buy the dip meme, and then it says with what? You guys know what I'm talking about. Someone posted it in the threadcast. You know what I'm saying.
That's funny.
Falcon said Leo quickly pumped to 0.028 and then came back down to 0.02. Yeah, there's a lot of when there's big market movements, there's a lot of arbitrage. So um, if you watch the bridges, you'll see obviously a lot of back and forth movement. I would say the biggest route is Cacao and Hive. So, like Hive's kind of unchanged and Cacao obviously is down with Rune, probably like 8 or 9%. So I did just notice the bridge was getting a lot of volume, and I usually check on that. I actually posted a thread that there was a good arbitrage opportunity, and then a bunch of people apparently took it. Um,
The bridge.
but when Cacao goes down, obviously it makes sense to buy it there and then unwrap it to Hive and then sell it on Hive Engine. So one nice thing for Leo is that it collects all of the bridging fees. So every time someone arbitrages, the Leo network essentially collects like a 1% fee on each of those. So that is all net positive for the ecosystem. What you want to see is a lot of back and forth. And speaking of LeoDex, there's been a lot of updates happening in the background. If we want to get into that, while you guys get some good questions put in the threadcast, we've been shifting a lot of focus towards LeoDex. Obviously, with the way that INLEO is set up, you've kind of got this dual relationship between LeoDex and INLEO. INLEO being the social side of things, and then LeoDex being obviously the kind of interface to the Maya protocol decentralized exchange. one update that we've been working on is essentially building our own version of SwapKit for Leo. And what that is it allows you to trade across Thorchain, Maya, Rango, and Chainflip all simultaneously. So it's another decentralized thing that we've built that allows you to trade on all these different networks simultaneously. Um, and it does it all in one seamless UI. So, uh, you know, we've got that kind of on the horizon. It's obviously like a really big thing to work on. So we've been putting a lot of focus into it, especially lately. So we are, you know, essentially the original idea was we were going to add chain flip to LeoDex. And then this change allows us to add chain flip, Rango, and Thorchain all simultaneously to LeoDex, where Maya's already, you know, we're already interfacing to Maya. So now we'll be interfacing to all four networks simultaneously. And then when you pull a quote, it'll just give you the best quote from all four networks. And then from that point, you know, you can choose, you know, speed or, you know, price efficiency in terms of slippage. And then you can go off on your swap. Um, the the goal with LeoDex now, you know, the goal with the entire Leo ecosystem is to make LeoDex the number one interface in the cross-chain space. So we're going to be putting a lot of effort towards that. You know, obviously with our decentralized kind of version of SwapKit. I'm not sure what we'll call it yet, but we're essentially building our own version of SwapKit. And you know, what I'm thinking with the team right now is, you know, we've really made the best Hive UI possible. You know, I think we've kind of pushed the boundaries of what is possible on Hive in terms of social media and a UI for it. And now it's time to kind of step out into the broader space, you know, the world of cross-chain. And we're going to take that same mindset and framework of, hey, let's build the best UI possible and be the number one. You know, like when you look at Hive, I think it's pretty obvious now, both from a, you know, subjective point of view when you just open INLEO, but also from a numbers point of view in terms of users and growth. You know, we are the number one Hive UI. We're the number one onboarder of new accounts. Combined, like if you take all the others combined, they don't even add up to our number. So we're, you know, we became the top dog on Hive in terms of UIs. And I think that that's a really awesome achievement. And now I want to take that mindset and we're going to apply it to LeoDex in the cross-chain space. So we'll now make, you know, and this is obviously all driven by you guys, the, you know, the Leo holders. You guys really vote on everything as well. So now we are, you know, we're going to be looking at this cross chain space and saying how can we build the, you know, the number one, the best Hive UI, or my mind is still Hive UI tied. We already built the best Hive UI. Now we're going to say how can we build the best Thorchain, Maya, chain flip, and Rango UI. So how can we build the best cross chain exchange UI? Um, so um, Ahmad Manga said
Leo,
best right now. I think so. Best possible, not yet. Yeah, I mean, we are definitely the best Hive UI out there in terms of, you know, what we've built. And we're going to kind of hammer in on, so in terms of development, the dev team is going to be really focused on how can we make LeoDex the best cross-chain UI out there. And in terms of the INLEO Hive UI, we're going to just kind of now enter an era where um, we focus on bug fixes and making the INLEO UI super smooth and stable. So we'll be stabilizing the INLEO UI and then focusing on, when it comes to innovation, we'll be focusing on LeoDex for the foreseeable future. So um, it's things have already gotten really great on LeoDex. If you guys haven't tried the, you know, Hive aggregation technology yet, it works super well, and I'm very happy with all the progress that our team has made, you know, on that front. And we'll just kind of continue to hammer in and make it even better, and then add more features. And I've been spending a lot of time lately looking at the cross chain space in general, and you know, these other UIs and what they've managed to build. And I think that there's a lot of room for us to come in and deliver, like I said, we came in and we delivered the best Hive UI. I think there's a lot of space for us to come into the cross-chain ecosystem and build the best Thorchain, Maya, Rango, and Chainflip UI. So I was supposed to have a meeting with the Chainflip guys today. I know one of them is sick, so we were talking about having it tomorrow. So I'll be meeting with Chainflip tomorrow. I've met with them before, but I've been building this kind of, these relationships with obviously Maya and Thorchain. I've had a relationship with for a long time, and then Chainflip is a newer ecosystem that I've been building a relationship with, and then the Rango guys as well. So building those relationships and stepping out into that space has been a lot of fun already. And I'm excited to tackle it in a bigger way and make it more of a focus of mine, to understand that space better, understand the needs and desires of people in the cross chain, space, people on Maya, people on Thorchain. What are they using right now? Why are they using it? And how can we deliver an even better product and experience to them as a Leo ecosystem? So look out for some good polls, some stake weighted polls soon on, different things related to development. Like we're kind of making our own little proposal system in terms of you guys voting on what happens with the ecosystem. Um, so we are we're just going to continue to do the same thing that we did, and have done for 6 years, but now I think expand it to a wider space. There's a lot more capital and users out there in the cross-chain space that I think we can tap into. So we're going to just put a lot of heavy emphasis on that. And I would say if you want to start tracking, our success and look at, I would invite you guys to get really familiar with the cross chain ecosystem. I'm dropping a link right now to all the different. There's something called X Scanner now, where you can track all the different UIs and their growth on Thorchain and Maya. Hopefully they add Rango and Chainflip to it soon too. Um, but you can track the growth of different UIs. We're going to be really focused on, okay, like you've got the top 5 UIs like BitGet, ThorSwap, AsgardX, OKX, and Trust Wallet. So we're going to be really focused on how can INLEO step into this space and make LeoDex a top 5 UI, um, you know, in the cross-chain space. I think we can deliver a really unique mindset and experience to cross-chain that nobody else has done. Um, we're in a really unique position in terms of what we can build. We also have built the cross-chain aggregation technology. So obviously right now that applies to Hive. So you can do like Hive HBD and Hive L2 swaps, and it all goes through Hive Engine, and Maya. Um, what we're going to be doing next, though, is expanding that. So we're actually going to be taking that one-click aggregation technology. And I was talking to the Dash team yesterday. One of the biggest pain points currently for Maya and Thorchain people is that you actually can't aggregate between Maya and Thorchain yet. So there's no like, if you want to trade Dash to Litecoin, for example, Dash is listed on Maya and Litecoin is listed on Thorchain, and they're not listed on the, like Litecoin's not on Maya and Dash is not on Thorchain. So if you want to trade from Dash to Litecoin, you can't do that. You actually have to swap from Dash to Cacao, and then from Cacao to Rune, and then you have to swap from Rune to Litecoin on Thorchain. So when I was talking with the Dash team, they were saying, well, if you can deliver the one-click experience that you've got for the Hive aggregation for Thorchain and Maya tokens, that could be a huge market to tap into and a great unique selling proposition for the cross-chain space with Thorchain and Maya. So he was kind of giving me some really good ideas of what we can do next. So I'll start kind of posting that, and I'll be doing a lot of polls and asking you guys, for feedback and to vote on what we do next, as an ecosystem. But the focus being LeoDex is kind of the overarching thing. And then from there, focusing on the different, we're obviously building that version of SwapKit so that we can have Thorchain, Ringo, and Chainflip added to LeoDex. But then from there, adding those one-click swaps to Thorchain and Maya, I think is going to be probably our next big step, because it's definitely a unique selling point that we can start to get new users on. So the focus is going to be getting more users onto LeoDex. And then from there, we're going to be doing like wallet integrations are going to be really important. So I know a lot of you guys have talked about different wallet integrations. We added Control Wallet. Um, a lot of you guys were asking for that. So we added Control Wallet. We've got MetaMask and Key Store, and then obviously Keychain if you're doing anything with Hive. Um, so all of those are in place. And yeah, from there we just kind of scale things out. I also dropped a message to Studkev, who runs Hive Keychain, to see if they would add the aggregation swaps to Keychain. So he hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I think that could be a huge way to source some more volume for LeoDex from the Hive ecosystem. So I think that will be a really cool integration with Keychain. Um, but yeah, you're gonna kind of see that this continues to you know this continues to escalate in terms of our focus on LeoDex and what we can achieve by focusing on the cross-chain space. So, get ready for a lot more information on that front. And then you've also obviously got all the Leo merchant stuff that we've been working on. So all the open sourced APIs where these merchants can tap into them and accept crypto. And then it all swaps everything on Maya, Thorchain, Rango, and Chainflip, just using those open source APIs. So the focus from here forward is a lot of like open source tech, a lot of cross-chain tech, dealing with the Thorchain community and the Maya community, Chainflip and Rango communities, and just kind of stepping out of the shell that I feel like we've been in for 6 years, and stepping outside of that and kind of into a broader ecosystem is going to be a lot of the focus. So if you guys have any questions on how that's going to look and the kind of shift in focus towards this cross-chain ecosystem that's out there, that's much bigger than anything we've done before, in terms of total addressable market. Obviously it's a big KPI that a lot of people use. Exchanging in crypto is obviously a huge market, and then these dexes and these dex protocols that we're building an interface for are obviously operating in a much bigger space than we're used to. So I'm excited to see how that evolves.
Full disclosure, I've been trying to trade Bitcoin this whole time, and it has not been working out because my computer does not like having Zoom and a bunch of other things open at the same time.
Makes sense because there's so many comments in the threadcast. You just it's blowing your computer up.
There you go, exactly. So, because Bitcoin was just selling off pretty hard, and then hopefully we're getting a little bounce here. I don't know. Obviously, I'm looking at
Got 53
15-minute
people
charts.
watching on X too, by the way.
Nice. Yep. Nope. Full disclosure, completely distracted. So there was a everything's so delayed. I was trying to put an order in, and then like 3 minutes later, finally like took, and Bitcoin's already bounced 400 points. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, things are moving. Things are moving. We've seen a little bit of more strength out of Ethereum lately, which I like to see.
Yeah, either.
Sheeb, I see, is quoting something on LeoDex. You have to remember that there's well, first of all, the route that you chose, Leo to wrap Leo on Arbitrum, is not a viable route. The HBD swap that you put in there is over the $200 limit. So actually, like your swap that you've got there wouldn't even work. Um, so uh, there's that. And then in terms of the fees include arbitrage slippage. So when you're going cross-chain, you have to remember that there's slippage in terms of arbitrage. Um, so the fees include all of that in the breakdown. So HBD is also one of the most expensive things to trade because Hive Engine charges, I think, is it 1% or 0.75% on their end. So there's multiple fees that you have to pay going across chains. You pay a fee to Hive Engine, and then You've obviously got all that slippage. So if you're, and then first of all, you can't even do 1,000 HBD swap right now. So you got to keep if you're doing Hive aggregated swaps, they have to be under $200, and the UI will tell you that. There's a red message at the top when you try to do that. All other swaps don't have a cap. Like if you're doing Bitcoin to Ethereum, there's no cap to that. Do I predict a doubling of ETH? Yeah, I do think that ETH will retrace to, it will do all-time highs. So I do expect Ethereum to achieve new all-time highs, but who knows when? Hopefully soon. Leo Monk Masters LeoDex is up. I just checked it. But in terms of Maya scan, I'm not really sure. I do know that they've kind of shifted over to X Scanner. So I would recommend X Scanner. I just dropped the link a few minutes ago in the threadcast if you want to find it. iJet said, could there be a specific chain chatter space launch party for each of the three ecosystems, Rango, Chainflip, and Thorchain, in spite of the launch technically happening at the same time? Yeah, and I think in chain chatter you're going to see a heavy focus shift towards cross chain. So I'd love to start doing chain chatters every week that are really focused on the cross chain space. We've kind of done that in the past too, but again, just kind of getting back to that focus. Um, and yeah, I think we'll start to have, the Thorchain guys, Maya guys, the Rango guys, and Chainflip guys on the Chain Chatter pods more frequently. I have that call with Chainflip tomorrow, so maybe I'll ask them if we can actually just do the call, and then maybe they can come on Chain Chatter too. I'll reach out to them in a bit and see uh, what they're thinking in terms of that. Ortiz said soon, very soon. Nylon said, just make it simple enough for my mother to use. The worst part of using any DEX is trying to figure out the different wallets, transfers, fees, etc. Two wallets, one click with low fees, and you have a winner. Yeah, it's the goal is that it'll have really any wallet option that you want, and then once you are, you see the one you're familiar with, you choose that one, and then you hit one click. You input the token you want, the token you're swapping, click swap one time, and then you just get the token that you want. And it's all that's all front end stuff. On the back end, it's all, Maya, Thorchain, Rango, Chainflip. Yeah, African Man said, question concerning LeoDex. Does a constant swap of LeoDex increase the value of the Leo token? Well, so 100% of the fees, and this says it on LeoDex, are put into a contract that automatically buys Leo. So the fees earned on LeoDex are actually buying the Leo token autonomously. So the more that gets traded, the more Leo that gets bought. So increasing trading volume on LeoDex is going to be a very good thing in the long run. Since all the fees are just collected in that smart contract. So. Bradley Earl, any plans for other L2 tokens on LeoDex or all L2 tokens in time? I'm assuming you mean Hive L2 tokens. We added SPS and DEC to the list of L2 Hive L2s that you can trade on LeoDex. We may add others in the long run. So I don't know if you guys have actually seen this, but there's a new feature on INLEO. I guess we haven't really talked about it, but there's a claim dust feature on INLEO now. And actually, I don't think we've pushed it yet. Oh yeah, I was just looking at the UI. We haven't actually pushed it yet. It's in labs. So I guess I
I
have
was
it,
gonna
but you
say,
guys
I was
don't.
like, first I've heard of it.
So yeah, I forgot that we haven't pushed that to production yet. Um, the we have the ability to claim dust now, or at least it will be on the UI soon. But it uses LeoDex, and then it will swap all your Hive Engine L2 tokens into Leo. So like anything you've got that's worth under like $1 or something, you can hit claim dust, and it'll just claim it all. It'll swap it all into Leo. Um, so. So yeah, I don't know if we'll add more Hive Engine L2s. I don't, there's nothing that really has enough volume yet to add. Um, so I don't personally know that we'll add much more than what's already there. The African Man, if you want to try LeoDex, it's under the More menu, and then you'll see LeoDex there. Click it. I think we may move that up to under the home button. That's one thing the Dash team was saying is we should make that link more prominent if we're going to start focusing more on it. Uh, Ogrin Kondrat said, I used Dash, but I didn't join INLEO through the Dash wallet. Can I still cash out to Dash? No, you can't because your Dash wallet's not connected to Hive. So you can do it manually though. You can just use LeoDex to swap any Hive assets to Dash. So just connect when you go to LeoDex. I assume you use like Keychain or something to log into InLeo. So go to LeoDex and connect with Hive Keychain and Key Store. And then you can swap any Hive assets to Dash as you please, or vice versa. Yeah, Makashima said this would be a great way to reach as many users as possible, like doing the chain chatters. Yeah, I think we'll do a bunch of chain chatters with various teams and ecosystems in the cross-chain space. One thing I really love about the cross-chain space is that, you've got the four main protocols, like I keep mentioning, Thorchain, Maya, Rango, and Chainflip. But then you've also got all the different teams that are building on top of those things. So you've got, the Nine Realms team, which is really responsible for most Thorchain development. You've got the El Dorito team that's building an interface for cross-chain swapping. You've got the Thor swap team. You've got the Thor wallet team. You've got the Asgard X team. Um, you've got the Shapeshift team. Like there's really, I mean, there's like infinite teams out there essentially. Like it's a really vibrant ecosystem, which is one thing that's kind of exciting to me is I just feel like we've spent so much time kind of in a little niche. And when you look out to that cross-chain space, there's so many teams. I mean, hundreds of teams out there that are building really cool products and innovating really different things. And I think that that's exciting. It's exciting to look at this space and see a lot more both actually happening and a lot more potential. So I'm excited to just be really, really active in that space from now on. Monarchy said, I think this particular thread cache should be done at least twice weekly. It's so necessary and informs users about the INLEO platform. Yeah, I mean, we do it every Tuesday, but then there's other shows. So every Wednesday we do the chain chatter, which is more externally focused. And then Thursdays we used to do a second call. I've been thinking about doing like a specific LeoDex call where we do like live swapping and live bug fixing.
How
Because
did
I definitely there's been a little bit of a lack of feedback on LeoDex. So I keep asking you guys to post more threads with hashtag feedback on, any issues you find with LeoDex. So if you can continue to do that, that would be great, just so that we can continue to improve things. But then I'm also thinking maybe for the foreseeable future, every Thursday we could do a live like bug fixing, where you guys tell me different issues you're having in a threadcast and we can fix stuff live, so that we can make faster progress on LeoDex. I think it would be really important to do.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, even if it's not a regular thing, even if you just do a one-off, it'll be beneficial. But yeah, something regular, I'm sure it'll be great in terms of just decks, live decks, transactions, and troubleshooting.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, El Dorado changed to El Dorito. I'm not really sure why, but they did. I think it's because I don't know why they changed to El Dorito out of everything they could have done, but um, El Dorado was very like Maya focused, obviously, and then now they're more cross-chain focused. They don't really focus on any specific protocol. So I know that they probably just wanted to kind of how like we did Leo Finance to, we went from Steam Leo to Leo Finance and then to INLEO because we were broadening out. Yeah, Makashima, I do think we have a big moat when it comes to the Hive stuff. Nobody else has that. And the Dash team had a really good suggestion, which is we've got this moat with the Hive stuff. So why wouldn't we use that moat on Thorchain and Maya? Because there's no other protocol yet that does aggregation between Thorchain and Maya either. So adding that is honestly a huge, I think, potential market to tap into. So my strategy with LeoDex is first of all, we need to like address all the bugs and issues and focus on fixing them and making the user experience just really flawless and adding, on-site support and things like that. And then second, we'll work on, we'll finish our work on the swap kit thing that we're building. And then third, we'll work on the Thorchain Maya aggregation. And I think with those three things in place, we can start to drive in a lot of new users to LeoDex. So, that'll be a nice thing to see. Can you swap HBD to Leo on LeoDex? Yeah, you can.
I mean,
Andersino
so
said, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so that question, HBD to Leo, so you can basically, if you can do that, then can you swap HBD pretty much into anything available on LeoDex?
Can you
Like,
swap HBD to anything? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, so if you can go HBD to Leo, what else can you go? Can you go HBD to,
HBD to anything.
yeah, that's what I
USDC,
thought.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Obviously, that would be Arbitrum USDC.
Arbitrum USDC. Yep. Or you can
Gotcha.
do like ETH USDT. Um,
Oh, okay. That's probably
there's
more
also
useful.
ETH USDC as well.
Nice.
Um,
Good old
yeah, there's a
Eve.
lot of different tokens on Arbitrum that are there.
So now, okay, so now I know when you're swapping, so do you need, I guess you wouldn't because you're going from as if, I mean, you're going to instead of from, so you wouldn't need, you wouldn't need any ETH for gas if you're going from HBD to USDC ETH, or would you?
No, you don't need any. We abstracted all the gas. Um, so when you do like any like let's just take Arbitrum. Well, so before you needed Arbitrum ETH for gas fees whenever you did a Hive aggregated swap.
Yes.
But we abstracted that. So now you don't need any Arbitrum ETH to do those swaps.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shows you how much I've been using it. Last time I used it was when we were still doing the Arbitrum ETH gas. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need that anymore.
so then, so what? Leo Dex is just eating that cost,
Yeah, it's a part of the wrapping fee
the wrapping fee.
when
Oh,
you
gotcha.
when you
Okay, so yeah,
swap.
so
Yeah.
it's doing it for you as opposed to someone having to have separate, which is what you need because that goes back to the whole like the one-click experience. Because it's just like in the past, it's like, oh, well, I need, this coin for gas fees so I can swap from a different coin into a different coin. And so now is that for people on the quote, does it break down the details or no? Like, is there like a line item that shows like gas fee or whatever?
No, it's just wrapped into it. So we actually
Okay.
eat the fee because the fees didn't change. It's just part of it.
Someone time to use LeoDex for that Bitcoin trading you were doing on air. Yeah, that would be true if I could do leverage trading on LeoDex. I don't know that dexes are really built for that, which I gave up on that. I closed it out because it's too much bandwidth between Zoom and the thread and charts and having the exchange open. So I just ride whatever it is I did at the beginning because trying to get in and out of it just was not happening. I was gonna have to close out Zoom, I think, for any shot. People are still having fun with the El Dorito possible meme logos. African man, I believe that's true for a threshold. So it says, Cal, the other time you threaded that swapping Hive on LeoDex doesn't require gas fee. Is that true? What is it? Anything under $150 or something is gas free?
Doesn't have any affiliate fees.
Oh yeah, the affiliate fees. Yeah, because technically
Yeah,
there's
there's
always
no affiliate
gas.
fees under 150. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always gas fees.
like anytime you do a transaction on a blockchain, there's going to be a gas fee.
Yep.
Although I guess that is not true when it comes to Hive. You're more so just using RCs, you're not paying an actual fee, which is what's supposed to make Hive so desirable.
Yep.
Spread the word, people.
Sweet.
Interesting.
See you later, D Kid. Any other questions about LeoDex you guys got? Feel free to ask them. Otherwise, we can it's already almost 1:30, so we can kind of wrap up and get
Yeah, we've been
everybody out of
going
here.
going almost an hour. I know we started late. I'm completely distracted today because crypto's decided to be volatile during this call. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
hourly
very
chart on
volatile.
Bitcoin. I'm like, it looks like it wants to bounce maybe right now. I don't know.
See a little
Uh,
bounce action.
Again, I mean, this is intraday stuff. You look at the daily chart, it doesn't look like anything's happening. But we're right at that bottom of that tight range, which is like 94K is pretty much the bottom of it. So if we blast through there, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a test of the 92 area support.
Hopefully.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Uh, African man. Yeah, I mean, pretty much well, with the new swap kit update, any coin will be traded. I mean, you can pretty much trade anything at that point. And again, it all uses Maya, Thorchain, Rango, and Chain Flip. So a lot of new trading options are going to be opened up with those integrations. Makashima's asked about the gas faucet. You don't need the gas faucet anymore, so don't use it. We're going to remove that button soon. I'm just going to send you your gas back right now, though, because so first of all, don't use it. I can't guarantee you'll get your Leo or your Arbitrum ETH. I'll send you your 60 Leo back right now, but and I'll just send it to you from my personal account. Uh, but yeah, the gas faucet's no longer needed and also no longer operational since it's no longer needed.
No
Yeah,
gas
just
for
back to
you.
you. No gas needed at all. So and if you need gas because you're using those assets, like if you're using Arbitrum on LeoDex, you need gas. If you're using the Hive aggregator, you don't need gas. So similar to like if you use, Uniswap to swap ETH, like you need ETH to swap that. Yeah, Leo's up quite a lot. I think this new direction is going to be really positive for the Leo token. So we will see how things evolve. But I was telling Mitch a little bit about some of the upcoming polls that you guys will be able to vote on when it comes to the direction of Leo. But I think it's pretty exciting to think about what the potential is when we start looking at Leo as being a cross-chain focused interface. Rhonda, are there more plans for token listings? LeoDex doesn't actually list any tokens. We just swap through the decentralized exchange protocols like Maya, Thorchain, and Chainflip, and Rango. So anything listed on a protocol that is LeoDex can interface with is something that you can trade. So when we add this new swap kit, essentially swap kit that we're working on, it's obviously not called swap kit. That's something else. But the ability to swap on Thorchain, Rango, and Chainflip, you'll be able to trade anything that's on those, which is almost everything between the four protocols.
Live swapping on podcasts like this will help us know more about LeoDex. That is true. You should definitely, I mean, like I said, even if it's just a one-off, you should definitely do a like just LeoDex live swapping tutorial, trial and error, troubleshoot, whatever, whatever it is.
Yeah, could definitely do that. Yeah, it's good. Good reminder, Sunseeker.
Yeah, feedback's always a probably faster, better way than tickets.
Yeah, hashtag feedback is much better because then you're not only just getting, team support, it's the whole community then. Cool. Well, we're right at 1:30, so any closing thoughts, Mitch?
Not really. I'm clearly not very useful today. Been fighting a cold, a little stuffed up and sleepy, and crypto's got me
Yeah, me
distracted.
too, actually.
So
I feel like
very
that's been going around.
very low energy call this week.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like kind of exhausted to be honest. Cool. Well, we will I'm gonna work on a chain chatter for tomorrow, possibly with the chain flip guys. Ironically, the chain flip guy is also sick. So
Uh,
we'll see if that ends up happening. But
tis the season, February.
yeah. So my closing thoughts will be go to LeoDex and try some swaps, have some fun with it. And don't forget to post threads with hashtag feedback, on anything, whether it's a bug or a feature request or just a thing that you think can be done better. Um, all of the above is helpful. So all of the things, just make your threads with hashtag feedback and we'll get to
So
it.
when the Leo token pumps even further, let's just say hypothetically someone wants to sell some of their Leo token that they bought at 2 cents, and let's just say Leo goes to 5 cents, and they want to book some of that. In order to sell it on LeoDex, and correct me if I'm wrong, does it have to first be wrapped into Arbitrum Leo, and then at that point you can sell the Leo into whatever coin you want?
So part of the new Hive aggregation update is that you can actually swap Leo from Hive to anything. So you don't actually have to wrap Leo to Arbitrum anymore.
That's awesome.
So you can go like Leo straight to Rune or Leo straight to Bitcoin or Leo straight to USDC.
What?
Yep. New updates. This has been live for like 2 months.
I literally have not. I beta tested
When
when it
Cat
first
used
launched.
LeoDex.
When can't actually sell anything. That's the real problem. I beta tested when it first came out. I definitely sacrificed some Leo and
You
some
definitely
some
did.
some Arbitrum in terms of like botched transactions and whatnot. And then yeah, after the beta test, I just haven't. 'Cause yeah, any buying selling I'm doing is just from leverage trading. I'm not, really selling any actual spot coin. But since I grabbed some Leo down at 2 cents, I might if we get a pump.
Might make sense. Yeah. I can't believe how low the alts have gotten, to be honest. Alts are taking it in the teeth. Rune's about to break below $1. again, which is
Again.
nuts. So we may be in a universe where Rune is literally less than $1, which is honestly crazy. It was just $12. I feel like it was yesterday. It was $12. So
It's
that's
wild.
really nuts. Yeah, very wild.
Well, we shall see where the coins are next week. I mean, right now Bitcoin's looking like it wants to go down. We shall see. It's kind of at a key little spot here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
no
self-rep
doubt.
controls, you don't have to wrap anymore. It'll do it all for you. So like if you do like a Leo Hive to Leo Hive to, like a USDC Arbitrum trade, it'll just do it. So you don't need that anymore.
You
It
should
uses
definitely
deposit
do
addresses.
a live LeoDex just trial and error session because I'm even like, wait a second, but what wallet do I need my Leo in? Because it's like if I have a a key store wallet, how does that connect to my Leo that's sitting on Hive?
You got to connect with Keychain. So you have to
So
connect
you
with Keychain and Keystore at the same time, which you can
so you
do
can
on the
connect
UI.
with keychain. Okay,
Yeah, you can if you tap the Hive logo. So when you hit Connect Wallet, a screen shows with all the different wallet options. You choose like Key Store, and then if you'll see the Hive network logo. If you then select
gotcha.
the Hive network logo in addition to all the other logos that are selected when you hit Key Store, it then has a little icon there for you to enter your username, and then you enter your username and then hit Connect Wallet, and it simultaneously connects Key Store and Keychain.
Nice.
Yep,
Cool. Good to know.
moved away.
All right, I will test it out once Leo's done pumping a bit.
Yeah, try it out. Try it out. Post some feedback threads. It's very helpful when you guys do that. Um, so yeah, do that. Do
No
all the
doubt.
things.
Do the thing. All right. Till
Sweet.
next time.
All right. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks everybody for coming. Good job on the comments. I see we're at almost 500, so looks good. We'll
Yeah,
see
that's
you
awesome.
guys hopefully tomorrow for a chain chatter. I'll put up an announcement.
Nice.
See ya.